Well, good news for the folks today. We have had a little bit of a move down in interest rates as of last week.
Hey everybody, Jaysen Barlow here, the brains of the operation at Sell for 1%, and I'm joined by my dad, Dave Barlow, my brother, Jaime Barlow, and Rich Sircone with Equitable Mortgage, talking about interest rates, current climate of the market, and an overall wellness update. Rich, what's happening, man?
Well, good news for the folks today. We have had a little bit of a move down in interest rates as of last week. Last Wednesday, the Federal Reserve held interest rates steady for another section, which was very positive towards interest rates. And then secondarily, we had a weaker than expected jobs number on Friday. Those two things are leading to a lower mortgage rate environment. We're currently, and again, I say that every situation, every loan scenario can be different, but we're generally in the mid sevens, where we were in the high sevens, almost 8 before. So we have seen a move down in interest rates, and the mood in the markets seems to be indicating that they feel this will continue into the future.
Yeah, I saw headlines where mortgage rates dropped for the first time in 7 weeks. I thought that was positive. I'm seeing some headlines about potential peace in Russia and Ukraine. And so it's like, you got a little bit of sunshine to break the ice here. I don't know what Dad and Jaime are seeing, but I'm seeing a little bit of uptick as well. I'm seeing on as far as buyers, we're seeing just a little bit of a pump. I mean, we typically see a little bit of a jump in October, November, prior to the holidays. Buyers tend to have a new agenda, which is to be in their new home before the holidays. And so closer we get to Thanksgiving and 1st of December is when we typically see that natural slowdown as people get ready for Christmas, and then basically kind of pack up their bags and say, well, we'll just kind of wait until after the first of the year. On the listing side, I've actually been pretty busy on the listing side. Phone calls coming in for people wanting to list homes. A little bit of an uptick as well. So the listing side, I don't think is dependent on interest rates as much as it is, hey, we decide we're going to move to Florida. We see the weather coming. I was at a listing appointment yesterday, and they were like, yeah, we bought a place down in Florida because I'm done with Ohio winters. And I said, I wish I could go with you, because these Ohio winters, as I get older, become tougher and tougher. I tell people all the time, it takes me a little longer to recoup from being out in the cold. In Ohio, we have hot summers, but it's the humidity that wraps you. And it's the same thing with the winters. It's the cold, wet that wraps you. And so I noticed myself sitting a little closer to the fire, wearing a little thicker socks and thicker sweatshirts. So anyways, I think that, sellers are different than buyers. I'm happy, Rich, that the interest rates are down some. Hopefully they'll continue to come down. And maybe our conspiracy thoughts that as we get closer to the elections, the presidential elections next year, we'll see interest rates continue to come down.
Right. And we need all the folks to call Sell for 1%, so Dave will have enough money to buy an extra pair of socks this winter.
Yep. And all the people that are relocating to Ohio, disregard what Dad said. Like I said, at the top, I'm the brain.
Yeah, it's really beautiful
here. In fact, we have 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 winters in Ohio where you think it's not done, and then it gets really cold again. But it's a very comfortable cold. And so call me, and I will find you a house with a nice furnace. They're called an Indian summers. Indian summers.
In the Indian winters.
Yeah. And then if you listen to Jim Ganal, in the springtime, it's 3 snowfalls after the Procencia blooms or something like that. So we have all kinds of fun stuff here in Ohio. So come join us. if you guys are looking for a house, for a loan, we're the people to get in touch with. Anything, you want to just know what's going on in the market. Is it a good time for me to buy? Is it a good time for me to list it? Do we wait until after Christmas? Give us a call. We'll guide you through that whole process. And again, it's looking good. I'm sorry, I just saw a thing here this morning. I think I shared it with you guys that on average, and I'm trying to pull it up here real quick, and I'll send this over to Jessie Ray so that she can have it. But if I remember right, 5 years of appreciation was like 56% home values, and over the 30 years was more than 200%. And so when you say it's a good time to buy, we've talked about this before. I don't think there's ever a bad time to buy because I think long term, the appreciation on your home is going to be far outweigh the interest that you're paying. And if you're smart and you make decent money, you can write off a lot of that interest and also the taxes on your federal and state income taxes. So there are benefits that you get. That's one of the things that the National Association of Realtors has done for homeowners, continue to fight to keep those deductions. So, the interest rates, they may be high, but if you make enough money, you may be able to just write them all off anyways. And either way, you're going to get a benefit from the deductions and also the appreciation that happens over the next 5, 10, 15 years. Because as we've talked about, prices aren't going down. And I don't think we're going to see anything like we saw in the 2008 to 2012 foreclosure crisis, where we saw, prices drop dramatically. But you got any questions, like Jay said, give us a call. Sorry to butt in there, Jay. You're good, old man. You're totally fine. It's all good information. If you guys like the content, like and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and we'll be back next week with more information on where the market's at and where it's going next.